Why does 3I Atlas seem increasingly eerie the closer it gets? Because the evidence that it's not a natural celestial body seems to be mounting. Scientists recently discovered a glow on Atlas that shouldn't exist. It's not reflected sunlight nor photons scattered by cosmic dust, but something eerily like artificial light, a glow so precise and controllable, as if it's emanating from within the object itself. What started as a simple observation has become one of the most chilling astronomical discoveries to date. 3I Atlas was initially discovered as a faint, lonely dot on the edge of the solar system. Its trajectory is utterly unlike any native body in our region. It wasn't born in the solar system but crossed the void between stars, thrown into our local space by some unknown event, now approaching slowly like a silent stranger. Scientists originally expected it to be another Oumuamua, a bizarre rock tumbling through space, but even from the earliest images something was off. The object's brightness far exceeded what its estimated size should allow. Its luminosity didn't match its physical size or composition at all. Even stranger, this brightness never dimmed, nor did it suddenly flare up like a comet releasing gas and dust. This was no frozen rock. Its glow was anomalously steady, as if it wasn't reflecting sunlight at all but glowing from its own power. Telescopes around the world soon turned toward it. Ultimately, humanity's most advanced space eye, the James Webb Space Telescope, was tasked with unveiling its secrets. To uncover its secrets, the Webb telescope hovers at the L2 Lagrange point, a million miles from Earth. Its design was meant to observe the unseeable. Its instruments can detect not just visible light but also heat, and what it found shocked the scientific world. This object isn't just reflecting sunlight, it's emitting its own heat signature. This heat signature is concentrated at the center, radiating outward from its core. Natural objects don't behave this way. Comets glow because sunlight bounces off their frozen surfaces, but this object glows like a machine that's been activated. Thermal imaging revealed an even more unsettling phenomenon. Its heat distribution is uneven, a faint, irregular pulsation almost like a beating heart, and this pulsation isn't random, it cycles at subtle intervals, hinting that this may not be mere geological activity but something technological. Aerospace agencies from the US and Europe, along with top astrophysics institutes, began theorizing, could this be caused by radioactive decay of exotic elements, or heat from internal friction during its journey, or unknown alien isotopes undiscovered by science? But these theories fell one by one before the data, leaving the possibility no one wanted to write down. 3I Atlas may not be a natural body at all. Its trajectory is too precise, its spin too stable, lacking the characteristic tail of a comet, as if intentional, as if something is shielding it from solar radiation. Then came the most unsettling discovery. Its surface albedo is nearly perfect in certain areas. This reflective property isn't like ice or dust, but more like polished metal, suggesting it's not just a rock, likely designed and built. The most concrete evidence comes from the light itself. Photometric analysis shows Atlas isn't broadly reflecting light like a natural object, but emitting light in narrow, controlled wavelength bands, exactly how we design LED lights and communication lasers. Even more unsettling, the light spectrum includes frequencies used by our own human communication and guidance systems, and as solar radiation changes, Atlas's emitted light adjusts accordingly, as if some internal system is deliberately tuning it. It's not random flickering but pulsating in a pattern almost beyond human recognition. Some astronomers think it might be broadcasting a message, others propose a darker idea: it might be listening for signals within the solar system. At first, the data streaming back from 3I Atlas looked like mere noise, a haze of electromagnetic radiation across the entire spectrum. This cosmic Background noise is something every radio telescope has picked up to some degree throughout history, characterized by random spikes and static white noise, but scientists have learned a crucial lesson over decades: the universe doesn't waste energy without reason. So the data analysis team dug deeper. They ran the signals through filters, comparing them to all known natural electromagnetic sources. These sources include pulsars, quasars, cosmic ray bursts, even the cosmic microwave background radiation. Yet it still didn't match any known natural phenomenon. Some features were too orderly, so they went further. Teams from MIT and Harvard began running Fourier transforms, a mathematical tool that breaks signals into periodic components if any pattern is hidden in the static. This method would reveal it. What the team found next was that the seemingly random noise on its surface was like a disguise. Beneath the surface randomness lay a repeating pulse. This wasn't a pulse a natural body could emit, not the slow, steady beat of a pulsar nor the hum of a black hole accretion disk decaying, but an extremely deliberate signal with intervals of utmost precision, repeating in near-perfect cycles with just enough subtle variation to avoid seeming entirely mechanical. It has structure, even a touch of elegance, as if someone wove information into the noise, hiding meaning in the chaos. This is likely no accidental radiation, but an artificial signal. The scientific community immediately split into two camps. Some call it a beacon, a lighthouse sweeping through the cosmos waiting for someone to notice it. Others speculate the signal isn't meant for us at all. They think 3i Atlas is conducting a continuous data stream, perhaps an interstellar probe sending information back to its origin. What unnerves everyone most isn't just the signal's existence, but its constancy. Since the James Webb Telescope first detected it on day 1, this pulse hasn't changed once, not even once, neither frequency, amplitude nor rhythm. This implies intent. If it's a natural phenomenon, it should evolve over time. Radiation should cause it to decay. Its signal should drift or weaken as it crosses the solar system due to tumbling, but instead, it remained steady as if designed to be so. Then came an even more terrifying observation. Transcript truncated in original, continuing from provided text. Using radar to probe it, directing attention toward it may have triggered this reaction. This idea spread like wildfire. Scientists speculated, is it responding to us? Or scanning us? Or simply saying, we see you too, humans? This flare didn't last long. It ended as abruptly as it began, ultimately leaving a quieter, more stable glow. But something fundamental had changed. Its energy signature was no longer the same. Whatever 3i Atlas did in those minutes, it subtly altered the object, its thermal signature permanently elevated, as if some dormant system had been awakened, now quietly running in the background. Humanity was no longer just observing a passive traveler from interstellar space, but gazing at something full of intent, something that had just turned its gaze toward us. Days after the flare, astronomers noticed a phenomenon that escalated the subtle unease to global implications. 3i Atlas was no longer where it was supposed to be. Its orbit was precisely calculated via Newtonian mechanics and further refined by AI-driven simulations, but now it was deviating from predictions. At first, just a fraction of a degree off, then the deviation reached measurable distances, and this deviation was too precise to attribute to random error. The object's trajectory had undergone an extremely subtle but undeniable change, slightly aligning closer to Earth's orbital plane, more precisely syncing with inner planet paths, as if correcting its own navigation. Natural objects simply don't do this. Comets, asteroids, even interstellar intruders like Oumuamua are slaves to gravity and radiation pressure. They can't choose where to go, yet 3i Atlas seems to have done just that. Scientists scrambled to explain the change. Perhaps a gas jet propelled it. Or we underestimated its mass, but no theory fit the data. The change was too clean, too deliberate, like a spacecraft performing a mid-course correction. Even more unsettling, this adjustment didn't seem aimed at a random destination. It seemed to be guiding itself to a position for a closer flyby, not just of the Sun but of us. Analysts noted its new trajectory would graze near Earth's orbital region, close enough not to trigger planetary defense protocols, but far too near to ignore speculation in the astronomical community. Turned dark. Is it preparing a reconnaissance? Or even a rendezvous? The idea that this object is not just active but sentient began dominating private discussions, and perhaps most unsettling is the timing and precision of the trajectory change. It occurred exactly hours after the flare event, almost as if the former triggered the latter. Whatever was awakened inside 3I Atlas, it saw something, calculated something, then adjusted its path with chilling precision. For the first time, humanity was forced to confront a spine-chilling possibility that some unknown entity in deep space has not only noticed us but is deliberately approaching us. As the object draws nearer, Webb and Hubble telescope spectrometers began painting an even stranger picture. Its surface isn't just reflective, it contains highly reflective alloys and rare earth elements. Most shockingly, the spectrum shows absorption lines. These lines don't match any known elements on our periodic table. These aren't signatures of ice or rock, but of something designed or at least synthesized under conditions humans couldn't replicate. One compound matches a theoretical quantum material believed to exist only in extreme magnetic confinement environments. If true, this object is either unimaginably ancient, a relic of a civilization far predating human history, or recently manufactured by an intelligence far beyond our comprehension. As evidence mounts, so does the fear. Encryption levels rise in many Western countries. Observatory data locked behind classified firewalls, but one group from the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute decided to do what no one dared: fire a focused radio pulse at 3I Atlas, a handshake into the cosmos. This message contained universal mathematical constants, the periodic table, and simple diagrams of humanity. A cautious greeting, a question to the void. Days passed with no response, but on the third day a monitoring station in Chile belonging to this institute received a return pulse, a narrowband signal. Though distorted, it arrived exactly 72 hours after transmission. On time, it wasn't an echo nor random scatter, but processed and actively sent back. Faced with this unprecedented series of observations, the global scientific community, in shock, showed unprecedented cooperation and caution. Every new feature of 3I/Atlas challenges our traditional understanding of cosmic bodies, though its behavioral patterns are highly ordered, even showing signs of intentionality. Scientists remain committed to rigorous data analysis and interdisciplinary verification to advance research, avoiding premature conclusions. As for the precise return signal received 72 hours later by the SETI Institute, the expert team, after repeated verification, believes this is more likely some complex cosmic electromagnetic resonance phenomenon, or a delayed reflection and modulation of the original signal by interstellar plasma waveguides rather than a response. There is currently no conclusive evidence that the signal contains decodable information. All related data is being processed within a scientific framework. No threatening signs have been found yet, so there's no need for panic. The arrival of 3I Atlas reminds us the universe is full of unknowns. It's not a source of fear but a spark for scientific exploration. It prompts humanity to rethink the boundaries of astrophysics, driving leaps in telescope technology, signal analysis, and interstellar detection capabilities. No matter what it ultimately proves to be, it will be a milestone in human cognition, not because it's an alien spacecraft or cosmic monitor, but because it inspires us to pursue with greater humility, openness, and resilience this eternal question: are we truly alone in the universe? And the answer to this question will ultimately be revealed by science, not by wild speculation.